Many people saw this and started wondering if Mark knows something that we don't. Well, that's exactly what Meek Mill seemed to refer in one of his recent tweets.
Yeah, I'm about to expose every lie they done told, like how they trafficking kids and why they ain't got a soul. They feeding off our energy, trying to destroy the globe. They got weather control, they even making it snow. But we can't run from it, gotta grab it by the antler.
Shout out to Truth Talk Television, man. If you want to see this video in its whole entirety, head over to YouTube and go check out Truth Talk. They always keep the heat over there. But this is going to be a very, very interesting video, y'all. It's talking about one specific person in general, and that's Mark Zuckerberg, okay? Allegedly, I guess Meek Mill called him out for building the Doomsday place or spot at his home. And, you know, I find it quite funny. Why is all of these rich and elite people running to build Doomsday places for them to run and hide to? I mean, don't nobody find that strange? But without further ado, I want to say I cannot confirm or deny anything that's about to get ready to be said in this video. But I will ask, as always, that you guys use discernment with dealing with the information, man. And we're going to get into it and see why it is that Truth Talk Television thinks that they building these Doomsday equipment. Let's go.
Hey guys, I hope all is well. Thank you for joining me for this Truth Talk episode. In today's episode, we will be talking about Meek Mills calling out Mark Zuckerberg for building a massive doomsday bunker in his home. But before we begin, I just wanted to let my Patreons know, I just dropped a new Patreon exclusive about what the elite don't want us to know. So if you're one of my Patreon members, make sure you go check it out after this video. Thank you all. Now let's get right into it. I want to start this episode by saying 2023 has been a very strange but revealing year. We have been seeing so much of the world's evil being revealed to us. One thing I noticed this year was the strange amount of apocalyptic imagery coming from Hollywood and the music industry. Some of you might remember that I started noticing a pattern of apocalyptic imagery suddenly in the month of September. During the month of September, the band 30 Seconds to Mars, which was led by Jared Leto, dropped their album called It's the End of the World, But It's a Beautiful Day. This album was dropped on September 15th. Then Hulu dropped a movie called No One Will Save You on September 19th. The movie was about an alien invasion that took over the planet. This stuck out to me because this apocalyptic theme was present in a subtle way since the beginning of the year. I know some of you might remember when I covered Bad Bunny's music video for Where She Goes. In that video, we saw Bad Bunny using apocalyptic imagery as well. The video showed Bad Bunny himself on the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which points back to the beginning of time when Adam and Eve were tempted by Lucifer. He then shows a woman with angel wings that is supposed to represent the fallen angel Lucifer. Throughout the video, he also shows the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. We can see random scenes of 4 different color horses flash by the screen. I interpret the imagery of this video as an obvious end-time themed video. Add this with people like Kendrick Lamar who were presenting themselves as a Christ-like figure, which I interpreted as Antichrist imagery. To me, this was already strange, as I saw it as a sign that the elite were sending out to announce some change coming, which I believe could be the start of their new world that they've been working for. When the movie Leave the World Behind came out, all I can think about was all that apocalypse imagery being shown throughout the year. This movie that was produced and advised by a former president was about, you guessed it, the apocalypse. I covered this movie and got in trouble with YouTube for it, but I ended up reposting an edited version. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you guys can watch it after this one. That imagery in that movie really caught my attention, and I kept thinking to myself, why are they so persistent with this end time theme? What exactly are they trying to tell us? Are they trying to mock us, or are they just messing with us? Right around the same time this movie came out, Netflix dropped a TV show called Carol and the End of the World. Again, the same apocalypse theme in another TV show made by Hollywood.
Y'all know they like to always tell you what's really gonna happen in the movies. Now we know Planet Nibber was coming back. We see the red Kachina, the blue Kachina, man. We see the second sun coming back, bro. We even feel the energy on the planet right now. Well, we see it. We see what's happening with, you know, new islands popping up. We see states being covered up in water. Like, it's happening, y'all. Like,
Hollywood must be obsessed with this apocalypse stuff. But why does it seem they're hinting at something they know about that we don't? While Hollywood is putting out all these movies about the end times, Mark Zuckerberg, one of the richest men on the planet, started building a massive 5,000 square foot bunker underneath his $200 million Hawaii home.
What is the world's 7th richest man doing with the millions? Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Meta, has started to prepare for the Doomsday. Yes, the Facebook founder is creating a compound which also features a Doomsday bunker. He is creating this compound in Hawaii. The compound is located on the Hawaiian island of Kauai. Conservative estimates put the total price of compound at $100 million, which comprises underground bunkers, luxurious mansions, and other self-reliant features.
Many people saw this and started wondering if Mark knows something that we don't. Well, that's exactly what Meek Mill seemed to refer in one of his recent tweets. On December 18th, Meek tweeted out in response to Say Cheese TV, posting about the news of Mark Zuckerberg building this doomsday bunker in his home. He tweeted, "If you can't smell something coming, you're a D-head." This simple response sparked conversation all over the internet as people started wondering if something was really coming. Meek Mills himself seems to think so, and considering he's always hanging around billionaires, it's quite possible he has access to information we don't. What I will say is that when I saw this, I instantly thought about the movie Leave the World Behind. In that movie, there's a scene where the actor Mahershala Ali tells Julia Roberts that the evil cabal are warned in advance about what's happening in the movie.
One of my clients invited me and my wife to a private event. My client, well, I won't say his name, but you'd recognize it though.
Is he a celebrity?
No, nothing like that. But in the business world, he's one of the biggest out there. So he takes me to the study. Eventually he starts saying how much he likes me and how he wishes he could invite me on this trip he's about to go on.
Where's he going?
That's exactly what I asked. And he turns to me, a serious face, and he says, "Oh, just my annual meeting with the rest of the evil cabal that runs the world. My friend calls me up. No scheduled appointment like he usually does, just calls me out of the blue and wants me to move around some of his money. And we're talking some big numbers even for him. And as we're getting off the phone, I ask if he wants to grab a drink. He tells me he's going away for a while. I joke back to him, "Oh yeah, you hanging with your evil cabal this weekend? That was only during the winter solstice." Then he doesn't laugh. And he always laughs, even with bad jokes. And what he said was, "Take care of yourself." Almost as if he felt sorry for me. Conspiracy theory about a shot at people in the world is far too lazy of an explanation, especially when the truth is much scarier. No one is in control.
As you heard for yourself, Mahershala tells Julia Fox that his rich and powerful friend were tipped off in advance before all the madness started to happen. Is this what's possibly going on now? Was Mark Zuckerberg and other billionaires warned about something coming? Or is it just a coincidence that he is building this massive doomsday bunker now all of a sudden? Looking into Mark Zuckerberg's bunker, you can see why people are concerned. For example, the bunker's plans show designs for a 5,000 square feet subterranean layer complete with an escape hatch and blast-proof doors. It also has a tunnel connecting to the two huge mansions he's building that would also lead to the bunker. The bunker is built to be entirely self-sufficient, with its own water supply and food grown on the 1,400 acres on the Hawaiian island. What is Mark expecting? Why does he need all this for his bunker? Something else that's interesting is...
I'm gonna tell you what's so suspect about this whole situation. It's on the Hawaiian island. We see what happened with Maui. Okay, we already know what that was all about. We know that was all about, that was a whole land grab thing. But now we see him coming through and he's spending all of this money on bunkers. Man, look, y'all tell me what y'all think about that.
But all the contractors hired for the job are bound by NDAs that forbids them from talking about the bunker they are building. For some reason, the construction project has been kept top secret. Why all this secrecy, and why is he spending over $200 million building such a bunker? What makes this even stranger is that it's not just Mark building these underground bunkers. Many other billionaires seem to be doing the same thing. Peter Thiel, the co-founder of PayPal, is also trying to get permission to build his own doomsday bunker in New Zealand, South Island. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, also seems to have built an underground bunker to wait out whatever they think is coming. In November, Jeff Bezos bought himself a new house in a billionaire island called Billionaire Bunker. Is all this really a coincidence, or is there something else going on that we're not chosen to know about? While this might all be reminding you of the movie Leave the World Behind, especially since the movie ends with the little sister stumbling into an underground bunker, American Horror Story showed us this 5 years before. In the American Horror Story Apocalyptic season, they show the world ending. As the world ends, all the rich and powerful people are collected and placed into several bunkers to wait out the apocalypse. In the show, the Antichrist is leading the plans to bring in this apocalypse. His goal in the show was to bring in the apocalypse and then start a new world order under Lucifer's rule.
Esteemed members of the cooperative, world leaders, tech giants, media moguls, cultural influencers, the rumors you've heard are true. My name is Michael Langdon, and I am the Antichrist. Humanity is at a crossroad. The world as it is today, the poverty, the hunger, the greed, and war. It's no longer sustainable. The time has come to wipe the slate clean. Friends, It's time for the apocalypse. I understand your trepidation, but let me remind you, you are here because of the gifts bestowed upon you by my father. In return, you gave him your immortal souls. He owns you. Therefore, I own you. You speak with one voice, and my demands are his. Now, as you'll see from the handy guide provided by my associate, I do not intend to leave you and your families to die. When fire rains down the unwashed masses, you and your families will be safely squirreled away in a network of luxury fallout shelters. You already have the resources. You just bought land on New Zealand South Island. You just bought land on New Zealand South Island. You own half of the world. The bunker underneath your ranch in Texas can easily fit 20 people. With a little construction and some retrofitting, these sites will make the perfect outpost to ride out the end of the world. And with the admission price of $100 million, only the worthy will gain admission.
Exactly what the future has in store. But one startup company says avoiding threats from potential natural disasters, viruses, and wars doesn't have to come at the expense of your comfort. This is an Opidum, a type of luxury doomsday bunker. It could soon be underneath the mansions of some of the world's richest people.
Opidum creates underground living spaces that are highly secure and completely discreet, yet beautifully appointed and entirely bespoke.
Opidum is the Latin term for fortified settlement, and that's exactly what this is, and much more. Company officials say each bunker is air and gas height, allowing those inside to be completely cut off from the atmosphere outside for up to a month. The shelters are also armed with the technology to make their own water, air, and energy, while coming with the chicest amenities.
Whatever is happening in the world outside, you can rest easy. Live fully, in times of tranquility and in times of uncertainty.
But these bunkers aren't just meant to keep people.
As you saw for yourself, this scene of the show does seem eerie with what we see these billionaires doing nowadays, especially with what's going on around the world. In the movie Leave the World Behind, they admit the elite are part of an evil cabal. In this American Horror Story season, they show us the exact same thing. While I'm not at all saying something is coming, as I myself cannot see in the future, I will say that all of this is quite suspicious to me. I truly wonder if they have something coming that we know nothing about. I will say this though, I believe only God knows when the day is truly approaching, and no matter what these people do, my trust remains in God that his people will be safe.
Man, look, let me tell y'all something, man. These people are the silliest people ever, y'all. And the reason I say they so silly is because they don't understand that ain't nothing or nobody or nothing that they do can save them from what's about to get ready to happen. Okay? But I will tell you this. They're taking a page out of the handbook of the ancient ancestors, the ones who live in Shambhala. Okay, the Rainbow City, those who went under the ground. Okay, some hit under waterfall, some ran underground around the time that the last ship took place. Okay, or when a meteorite struck the planet, and they had to stay underground until things settled. But some of them just chose to stay there. Okay, but I do want you to understand this. They know what's going to happen. I keep telling y'all what's going to happen. We have this planet that's coming back into our atmosphere. Okay, and this is why, as I said in the beginning, you're starting to see the blue continent, you're starting to see the red continent, you're starting to see two suns. Some people is even reporting to see two moons, y'all. You have to understand that it is a reset that's about to get ready to take place. If you wasn't looking down and you was looking up, then you would see what was going on in the skies right now. Look, they here already, y'all. They are already here. Look in the skies. I keep telling y'all that, man. Okay. They know that it's a war that's about to get ready to take place on this plane of planet, y'all. And they're hoping to escape it by running underground until it's over with. But there is nothing that they can do to save themselves, y'all. You have to be vibrating at a certain frequency. And the only way you're going to make it is if you're a chosen one. The only way you're going to make it is if you're a chosen one, y'all. And so with that being said, y'all better get ready to tap into y'all selves, man, and figure out who it is that you are. It's 144,000 angelic beings out there that need to be awakened for this war that's about to get ready to take place. All right. And so with that being said, man, look, I want y'all to make sure y'all get over to YouTube. If you love and support me and you want to hear more about what's going on with this, man, get over to YouTube and follow me on YouTube. Hit that subscription icon. Do not forget to hit that post notification bell and select all. That way you will be notified every time I go live over there. Also, do not forget to follow me on Instagram at Am Awakend _chosen one. And I just want to leave you as I came. I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive. And as always, peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. Ashe.